back with another video. If you're new here, welcome, and if you're an oldie, you already know me.
Welcome back!
I love that intro. So as you can see from the title, today we have a pantry makeover for you guys. So the last time you saw my pantry, it was in my empty apartment tour. I'll link it here, and I'll also put it in the description box if you want to go and check it out at the end of this video. Your preference when you want to go and check that video out before you watch this one, right? So you saw it then, and it was definitely unorganized. Have a lot of food. Always thankful, always grateful. But this time we've definitely done some organizing, and it is renter friendly and budget friendly. Those two things were definitely important to me in achieving this makeover. So stick around to see how I went from this to this with this amount of money. Stay tuned. Let's go. Okay, so this is what we're starting with. This is my pantry. Before, it was so unorganized. It was just a lot going on. It was definitely hard to keep up with what was happening, and I found it very difficult to just find what I needed on the go. So I think I was explaining that at the bottom there should have been an extra shelf, or there was one. I took it out, but you're gonna see me put it back at the end of this video. And basically you're gonna start out by taking out all the stuff you have in your pantry, placing them on the counter, on the floor, all over the kitchen, wherever. And a little tip here is to place the stuff in categories while you're removing them from the pantry. So canned goods, you group those. Snacks and crackers, you group those. Pastas, rice, flour, you group those, etc., etc. Because when you're going to put them back in the pantry, it makes for better organizing when you've already categorized and you see what you're working with. So this is where we are. Yay! I'm so proud. And I never realized we have so much food. We have so much food. This is a bucket of rice that my husband, you know, eats from. Well, not eats from, but that's where he stores his rice, because he loves rice so much that he refills that bucket. So I need to get rid of this bucket because it takes up too much space and it's just not cute. So yeah, my husband is a rice lover. Look at all of this. One thing I can say is that since we've moved into this apartment, this pantry has never ever been empty. It may not have everything that we feel for in the moment, because sometimes you're like, oh, I feel for something different, my taste buds feel for this, but we always have stuff to cook a full on meal, like a full cooked meal. I have to give God thanks, but I never realized we had so much food. So now I'm gonna try to organize these in categories and then start storing. I was trying to do that before, so cereals here, you know, beans, my drink. Okay, so we've made tremendous progress while the camera was being charged. So as you can see, I'm just organizing the stuff into different categories, and I honestly thought I was going to have excess bins, storage containers, but hey, I actually need more stuff, but it's fine. It's good. It's a good thing I started doing this now, so that I'll see what I don't have and what I don't need, what I already have, and I don't buy excess. So before I create the actual label, I am just using sticky notes. I just start up this, you know, method to use post-its, label the things. I don't necessarily need to label everything, but just to give myself an idea. So I'll put away the tea. As you can see, this will have flour, that type of rice, another type of rice. This will have my white vinegar, my vegetable oil, pistachio will be that bin, curry, almond. So that's what I've been up to, just labeling away so I know what I'm working with. I think using post-its as labels before using the actual labels was such a genius idea. Genius. Chef's kiss for that idea. Thank you, Lord. Because it gives you a great way to assess what you're working with. Like you're actually labeling your seed. And then I don't know if you guys picked up in the video that I was actually placing the food items in the containers. So like the curry, I stuffed it in the container just for like a visual idea of what I'm actually working with and what will be left over without having a container, because I didn't place everything in a container. Some went in baskets and all of that. You're gonna see in the video, you are going to see it all. You're gonna have a price breakdown. I am leaving nothing out. Just keep on watching. So initially I bought this bread organizer or bread tray from Aldi for about $8 or $9, but I didn't like how it looked in the pantry anymore, so I decided not to use it. So you're gonna see how I decided to store the bread instead, and you have to stay tuned towards the end of the video to see that. Okay, so you guys have waited long enough, a whole 10 minutes and some change. So now it's time for the final reveal. But here's a reminder of what the pantry looked like before. And here's the after. Drum roll, please. Boom. Ta-da! So now for the part of the video that you're all probably waiting on. How did I get it to be so budget friendly? How did I go from this to this on such a really tight budget? So let me tell you, I have it written down all here for you. Let's go. So items on this top shelf were all $1.25 each from the dollar store. I've just always wanted to own one of these. I saw it in a video once and I thought it was just so cute. I got two because my husband and I eat two different types of popcorn. I'm a kettle corn popcorn type of girly. He's a extra buttery type of thing. Let me know in the comment section what's your favorite popcorn. Have you ever had kettle corn popcorn? It is the best. So of course these baskets, they have the $3 ones. I think I showed you that in the previous clip. But these are pretty decent. $1.25. It's not as, I guess, thick in terms of the material, but I put the extra cardboard in the bottom, which I think I have shown for extra reinforcement. I'll be having a separate dollar store video on these coming up shortly, and just all the dollar store products that I've used for my pantry makeover. So that's $5 right there for the top shelf. The second shelf, I got these containers, airtight clear containers, hard plastic, from Shein, and I think I got them for $20 and it was $24. I haven't used all. $24, and it includes all the lids, so that was a steal. And of course it came with the label and the marker. So for certain brands, I put the picture of the brand itself. I just cut a little out. This is a little trick, and put it on the container, especially brands that I've just been introduced to and I like, so I haven't really been accustomed to them as yet, and so the brand name hasn't been stuck with me. So for this rice, I don't always get it, so I want to remember what it is if and when I do see it, because I like it. My basmati rice is around there. Love it. I know which brand it is, the Bowl and Basket brand, so I don't need to label that separately. I just have some crackers in here. Obviously it's crackers, so I didn't need to label this because it's not always going to be crackers that's in here. My Lasco, if you're from Jamaica, you know Lasco. You know, if you're a Lasco baby, let me know. I am a Lasco baby. It needs refilling, and as you can see, I'm just pushing and pulling as we're going through because I have so much space at the front, which is what I love. I feel like a pro tip that people forget when they're organizing their pantry or organizing anywhere is that they forget to leave space for future items. So that was one of my aim with this pantry, is to always leave space, because this is not my pantry at 100% occupancy. This is also from the dollar store. This is what I have my honey in. It's really cute. Love it, love it, love it. I think these look like little honeycombs, and that's why I chose this one. This is also from the dollar store with where those clear organizers are. I've just put some tea bag in here. I think I'm going to get another one for more tea type stuff that I have. And over here, I just have all my tea that are, or my different bags of teas that are in their own little container. Again, the ease of pulling stuff out and being able to see everything. We're not a big cereal family, so I just have some leftover cereal in here for right now. This is just a candy jar I got from the dollar store. You can put whatever you want in it. I just have my favorite ginger candy, the one in the green wrapper. This container is also from the dollar store, those clear organizers, and again I've just put my oats in it and these items. I don't know if you guys noticed the trend that's happening on the second shelf, but the second shelf is my tea station, my breakfast station. That's the trend of the second shelf. So my tea bags, my honey, my Lasco, my crackers, my cereal, my oats, my cornmeal, that's for porridge. So I hope you guys picked up on the trend. So that's another way that I organize, I categorize the stuff. So the top shelf was the extras, stuff we don't necessarily need on a day-to-day, so we won't always be using the stool to access the top shelf. Only when we need the extra plates, we do need medicine, we do need like paper towel. But tea section right here. Then these guys I have up here, which are basically spices that I use for my tea or my porridge. So my turmeric, I use that for my tea with my ginger. My cinnamon, I love in my porridge. And also my vanilla these are sweeteners for my porridge. So again, breakfast. So the third shelf, we have more of those clear organizers that I told you about from Shein. And this is where I have my legumes and nuts. So these I haven't labeled, if you've noticed, because it's obvious what's in them. And the nuts that we eat aren't necessarily always the same: pistachio, almonds, or walnuts. Sometimes those changes to maybe peanuts. So I didn't want to label those, but of course I've labeled the legumes that I have. So lentils, black-eyed peas, chickpeas, all the other peas that you're able to see. I have my spaghetti. I think I did the same thing with the spaghetti. I put the brand on it because, again, I'm not 100% accustomed to this brand, but I like it. This guy right here was $5 and I got it from Target, but they're in several stores, but it was $5. This is what I use to store my condiments that I get from my takeout menu. So if you're not storing those other things, you need to start, because sometimes you're cooking or you're eating something and you realize, oh, you're out of ketchup, you're out of soy sauce. You don't necessarily want to run to the store to buy an entire bottle, but you just want a little packet. That's a good way to store them. And this comes in so useful, because yeah. And this was on what, old soup container, I think it was. I can't remember, but reusing basically, and it blends right in with everything else. This over here, this 3-tier thingy, I got from Big Lots for $9, and I just have my canned stuff on it, super organized. Okay, so now we're at the third shelf, and this is a basket that I actually got from the dollar store. However, it was in the $3 section. So this is $3 because the quality is way more durable than the $1.25 baskets. I've tested it, and trust me, do not get the $1.25 ones. So it's just a regular white basket. What I did was just throw on a little label on it from the labels that I got with these clear containers, and just say snack and crackers, just to make it look a little bit more, you know, elevate the look. And that's where we have our snacks and crackers, like it says. We're not a big snack family, and it's just my husband and I. We have no kids, we have no pets, so yeah, we're not really a big snack family. Next is another basket. This time this one is $1.25, and the quality is so good, very nice. I've just put my coconut milk in here, you know, cock soup, all of these things, more seasoning. If you're, again, my Jamaicans can't cook without the coconut milk, have to drink Elasco, okay? And you have to make your cornmeal porridge. If you're Jamaican, drop it in the comments, because I know you know what I'm talking about. So that's this section. Again, this organizer from Big Lots, which I've mixed with canned stuff and extra seasonings, because I don't use that much canned food. So I've just put some bulkier seasonings on it, like the really big ones that I don't really use often, or I have extra off, because this is an extra. This container I'll grab with me and literally move towards the kitchen, or move towards the stove, I should say. That has everything that I need. These are just like the extras, right? For the fifth shelf, again, we have one more of those baskets for $3, and I've just done the same thing. It says bread, mac and cheese, etc. So this is where you find mac and cheese, I guess the extra spaghetti and stuff like that I haven't put in a clear container, and of course bread. This container is $1.25. I know they have these on the more high-end side, and you know, they can be a little pricey, but this does just fine. It's like, it's been holding up well. Here we have my protein powder, all my workout stuff, literally the peanut butter, my creatine, my this, my that. These I'm not currently using right now, so I might put them in up storage on the top shelf and put something else here, or I'll just let them remain, because right now we do still have extra room if I needed it, and if we get like extra stuff. So I don't think, you know, as you can see, it's very spacious. I'm able to pull. So now we're on the floor. This liner is what I used to line the inside of my cupboards and drawers, etc. And I basically had the exact amount I needed for this little space left over. It was like divine intervention or ordained by God. Exact amount. I just didn't like how I wanted the pantry to have a different look, and I was thinking, should I get a rug for the pantry? Then I was thinking, who gets rugs for their pantries? And I want something that food or crumbs is gonna fall on. It's easy to clean and it's not gonna require a lot of maintenance. So then I looked and I saw it and I was like, perfect. This is literally perfect. Perfect, and it makes so much sense. I've just basically held it down with this regular black tape that I turn into a double-sided tape. If you guys remember the most hideous rice container, I guess if you want to call it that my husband had his rice in, because again, my husband and I eat two different types of rice. He's a big rice lover. That's his favorite food in the world, rice. So he eats rice by the gallon, while I am not so much of a rice girly. So my rice can fit in those cute little clear containers on the top. His rice needs a whole tub. So this is his container, and I've gotten rid of that big ugly thing that he had it in, replaced it with this. I've paid $9, I would say, for this, again from Big Lots. That's the actual size of it if you guys want a better idea. I guess if some people have like pets or whatever, they could put dog food in here, or if you're a rice lover too, there you go. And then at the back here, we just have extra stuff. So the extra oil, extra vinegar, that's my husband's, what do you call it again? I don't remember. Milk powder thing. That's his protein powder that he's not using right now, hence why I've blocked it in so much, because he's not using it. If he is going to use it, I would just put it to the front. So yeah, and these are definitely easily accessible. And this, of course, I got from Aldi for my potatoes and my, you know, onions and garlic, etc. Okay, last but definitely not least is the door. I just love it. So basically I utilize a door. Guys, don't forget to use your door of your pantry. You could even put a extra rack right here and have spices in it, or whatever it is you want to have in it. If you have so much spices, canned food, whatever. But I'm jumping ahead of myself. Let me finish what I had to say. I love my door. Definitely use it for extra storage. These I had gotten off Shein when we were just about to move in, and I found out we are going to have a pantry. I think these were $1.15, $1.20. But yeah, this little bag right here, this little thing right here, it was 30 cents. It has all my extra bags that I just pull out. Very super cheap, very affordable. I have had it for months now. Again, I had it before I even moved in. This guy right here, I designed. I'll be doing a separate video on this itself. This is where I store all my bigger bags. Again, this is a two-family household, so I don't have a lot of bags. However, it holds about 4 of those big grocery bags, and I just think it looks super cute. I was here thinking, what should I do to store the bag? Guys, if it sounds like I'm rushing, I'm so sorry, but I am. I want to finish this video for you guys before my battery dies again. So as I was saying, a video is coming on this shortly. The rack itself is just $1.25 from the dollar store, but I've done a dedicated video on how I basically bought this simple little rack and made a bag storage for my door. It is so cute, like genius idea. Genius. Tell me if you love this idea in the comments. These I actually bought, or initially bought rather, to store like my onions and my garlic, and then I realized that the weight of it was too much for the door, so I just have it here for like aesthetic look. I was gonna get an apron, might still get an apron, have it on my door, because you know it's a pantry to complete the look. But let me know what you think. I love it, and that is all, guys. That's how I did it on the budget that I did. Yeah, love it. That's it, guys. You've seen the before, you've seen the in between, and you've definitely seen the after. I've told you how much I've spent on basically the entire transformation, how much each item costs, where I bought each item, and what I did to cut down on costs. I did a lot of DIYs. I reused a lot of what was already in my home. I think I've given so many helpful tips and hints that should help you with a transformation anywhere in your home, not just a pantry. If you don't have a pantry or wherever else, these are tips I think that are generally applicable. But of course, if you have any more questions, leave it down in the comment. Let's interact, let's form a community, and just let me know your thoughts on this transformation, on this makeover, especially what it looked like before, so cluttered and just like unorganized, to what it is now. Let me know how you think I did, and don't forget to subscribe. Help my channel to grow. Don't forget to like, don't forget to share, and of course, again, the comment section is open for us to interact. Also turn on your post notifications, because this will be one of many makeovers that I have. Again, I've shown you my apartment when we just moved in. It was empty, and I am going to show you in bits and pieces the transformation that I've made to each and every section of my home. So more videos like this will be coming up soon. Bye.